I'd say there's some coyotes in here. You see that? It's like a moose bone. Long story short, I jumped a buck and I missed him. We got some snow now. I'm gonna go follow this track for a while. Well, we got a fresh one. We'll follow him. I got a moose. And a deer. What the fuck? Damn it. There are deer tracks everywhere. Well, I'm basically right back where I was. Pretty sure this deer stepped in my track. How we doing, YouTube? I know it's been a little while. Today we are out looking for partridge, otherwise known as grouse. My son's doing youth day, so he's with his grumpy, and I'm walking some roads. And apparently I'm putting on a master class of how to watch birds fly away and not get a shot off. So far I've seen 10 birds on this one road, but I haven't been able to get close enough to get a good shot on them before they take off on me. I did chase one through the woods a little bit, but I couldn't get close enough, so anyways, looking for birds, trying to find out, see if I can get one at least. Jeez, I could have been tagged out by now, but I think I'll be swapping the choke out on my shotgun for the full instead of the improved. But what you gonna do? Some days they're skittish. So I'm gonna keep walking down this road till the end, and unless Logan calls me and says he shot a doe or a buck, I'm just gonna keep walking these roads. This is a moose bed that I just walked up on. I don't know if you can see it all matted down in the moose shit right there. That's my shotgun. It's got a 24-inch barrel. Doesn't look very fresh. I'm not moose hunting anyways, just thought it was kind of cool. We got one. Nice colors to it. A little bit of red. I wouldn't call it a red phase, but. How'd you do?
Well, she didn't run 20 yards.
He shot her over there on the hill. She jumped. She headed this way, and I'm like, okay, just put another one in. Reload.
Oh man, you did a great shot on her.
So I should have. So.
Just tell the story like you told it to Mom.
So, what happened is me and my grumpy went out hunting in this blind. Look to my right for like 30 seconds, and I look back and I see this doe just staring at me. I got my little .308 and I picked it up, and Grumpy was like, "Don't move." I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Because the deer will run away." So she turns around. So I put my gun up right where it's supposed to be. She turns back around, and I was like, I don't care, I got a perfect shot. So I take that shot. She doesn't run 20 yards, and we see her
Today is more of a recon trip anyways. Heading up to the Forks area in Maine. There's this big bog I found on X that I want to go check out. There's some pretty serious trail lines in the bog, between 2 points in the bog, basically where they're crossing across this big bog. So I'm going to go down in there and see what I can find for sign, see what I can find for trails, get acquainted with the area so that if we get snow and I can't find a track, I've got somewhere to go. And then I'll probably end the day in a cut that I tracked a buck around last year. See if I can call him out in the evening time as the sun's going down. So that's the game plan right now. We'll see how it works out. It's exciting to get back up north and just go poke around a bit with a rifle in my hand. Taking out the Winchester Model 70 30-06. Got a slow season for me so far. Logan got his doe, but we went out first time last weekend. Didn't really see anything. This is the first day I've been out by myself. It'll be probably one of the few days I get out on my own. I'm excited to check this bog out. I've always had a lot of luck finding sign near bogs. I think you could see in my last video a little bit. I found a moose bed. That was kind of cool. But you just find these places you wouldn't normally find if you weren't going through the woods. I just love the adventure of it. I love the trying to figure stuff out, looking for clues, putting it all together. I'm really focusing on these two kind of general areas in the Forks right now for deer hunting anyways. Because I really want to like figure out a couple spots and then before I move on to another area. Hopefully down in the bog today we've got some footing we can use that's quiet. Out of the truck now, looking for a way into the woods. I couldn't get to where I wanted to. Beaver dammed up a road and I just couldn't get through, so it's where one of those 2 or 3 inch lifts would have been nice, but what are you gonna do? So we are gonna do the opposite of what I had planned to do, which is fine because the wind's working out for that. So we'll see how this goes, and see you in the woods. Well, I'd say there's some coyotes in here. You see that? Looks like a moose bone. Alright, quick update. We are in about, I don't know, halfway between where we parked and where I want to be. There's some islands out here in this bog that I want to go check out. So far I've seen quite a bit of moose sign, a little bit of deer sign, nothing major, mostly just prints, but there's life around. Nothing that makes me want to come back yet, but we'll see how the day goes. I'm gonna go check these islands out. Alright, well, we made it out to these islands, but there's really not that much sign out here. Maybe because there's no food, I don't know. But, and now it's time to get out of here. It'll probably take me an hour to get out of here, get set up, sit for about 3 hours. I didn't bring enough food. I brought enough water. I didn't bring enough food. And there's no food stashed in my truck anywhere. Which, shame on me. I'll show you where we're at when we get there, but we have to find a place to sit first. I'm gonna sit here for a couple hours. I tracked a bunch of deer through the bottom of this cut here last year. There were fresh prints on the way in though. Maybe this morning or yesterday. But I'm gonna sit here and watch the sunset, I guess. Well, here we go again. I'm back from my trip and I'm heading up to the Forks. There was a system that came through last night that might have dumped some snow in the higher elevations. I'm already seeing some snow on some mountain tops off in the distance. So we'll see what we find. Hopefully everything's covered up there, but I think that's going to be a stretch. I'm going to go in from a different way. Basically, I'm going to check out everything to the west of the area I checked out last time. I'm hoping I can catch something coming across the bog or jump something up in one of the skidder trails. Long story short, I jumped a buck and I missed him. He was in one of the skidder trails. There was a bed in that general area. I'm guessing he was bedded down, hiding from the wind. And he did one bound. I heard him, As soon as I heard him, I flipped my safety off. I didn't have enough time to like turn the camera on. It's gonna be really tough to catch this on camera because it happened so fast. But anyways, he bound once and then he bound again, and I tried to hit him between some trees. Kind of more of a snapshot, and I don't think I hit anything. I couldn't find any blood. And he kind of took a couple more bounds where I couldn't see him and then walked off. I'm going to continue to document my season so that I have it at least. So if you want to come along and watch me suck at hunting, right on. I'll try to pass along any lessons learned as I go. I'm not catching anything in the bog. Like, I haven't seen anything, no moose, no nothing. I jumped that buck on the outside of it, so. I missed a deer this morning. This guy shoots one from our deck. Are you kidding me? Alright, we got snow now. The GoPro is not really doing all that great in the cold. The battery just doesn't have enough juice to keep running the camera, so it shuts off on me. So in the last video, that's why there was a lot of like really short clips of walking through the woods. It's because the camera keeps shutting off on me. So I gotta go pick up some of those Enduro batteries. It's pretty unlikely that I'm going to catch a shot on camera today, but I'm just going to document throughout the day. And hopefully I get on a nice buck track and I can find him. I do have to get back to the house and finish processing Logan's second doe. We got some snow now. I'm going to go follow this track for a while. It's like a pretty decent one. It's probably from yesterday. It's heading into that bog area that I've been checking out, so why not? I've got the old Marlin today, no scope, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can be a little quicker, but I'll show you the track here in a second once I get all geared up. Here goes nothing. Quick update. I've got too much clothes on. I am booking it through the woods trying to catch up to this buck and see if I can freshen up his track. There's a ton of does and all kinds of shit running around here, so it's a bit of a barnyard and difficult figuring out which track is which, but we're gonna keep trying here. I think I lost the bigger track that I was on, but I ran into a really fresh track that I'm gonna go down now. It looks like maybe from this morning. We'll see what happens. into the bog. Looks like there was a bit of a moose scuffle here. Got skid marks and moose tracks everywhere. Looks like a couple of moose got into it. Yep. I lost that fresh track in the woods. There was a barnyard in there, and I couldn't figure out which one's which. And then I couldn't find the fresh one again, so I'm on my way back. I'm gonna go back the way I did last time and kind of go through the woods on the south side of this bog and then head back to the truck. I am pretty worn out. I've probably gone 2, maybe 3 miles already. I got another mile or 2. So maybe we'll pick up a good track on the way back. Maybe we won't. I did get to explore the west side of the bog anyways and see where they like to travel. So let's get going. Going into the North Woods. We still got snow. We're gonna see if we can find a track or stumble into a big buck and bring him home. My hopes for getting a buck over 200 pounds are pretty low this late in the season. They've been running around chasing does for a couple weeks now, so they tend to lose a bunch of weight throughout the rut. I did not want to make the drive up to the forks again, but I tried hunting around my area yesterday and it was just not the same, so it's going to be really hard for me to justify hunting in the woods I'm used to after coming up here and just having the freedom to roam. As we're getting into the forks here, it does look like there's still plenty of snow. I'm sure there's going to be old tracks all over the damn place, which is going to make things tough. But I think if I get on a fresh one, hopefully I can stay on it and not lose it like last time. Alright, we made it. There seems to be a dusting on the top of the older snow, so might be able to find a fresh track. I'm gonna get out on them. Here goes nothing. Well, we got a fresh one. Moving pretty slow. Looks like we stopped and had some breakfast. See if I can find this track coming out of here. picked up a track this morning. It's taking me all over the place through this thick stuff. It just wants to keep going back and forth through that thick stuff. So I came out and found what looks like a pretty fresh track. So I'm going to take that one. I think the one that I was following figured out I was following it. And doesn't want to play that game anymore. So it's just going back and forth through this thick shit trying to get rid of me. And it worked. So this guy looks like he's on a beeline. So we'll see if we can catch up to him. There are deer tracks everywhere. I'm gonna take these ones out of here. I think they're the same ones, but it's really hard to tell. Well, I'm basically right back where I was. Pretty sure this deer stepped in my track. So, first of all, empty chamber. I think that last clip deserves a little bit of an explanation. I came out of some thicker stuff. I looked up, and this guy's staring at me at about 30 yards. Perfect shot, broadside. He had gone up his track and kind of came around a few little sticks and was just watching his back track, trying to figure out what I was. So, just like I practiced a bunch of times, I brought the gun up, cocked the hammer, pulled the trigger, and click. Well, that's weird. So I jack a round out, jack a new one in, click. I jack another one out. Click. Jack another one out. Click. I'm now down to the last round in this gun. I cock the hammer back. Click. I look in here. I don't see anything wrong. Click again. Finally, I pull it back, not enough to eject it, but just enough to make sure there's a shell in there. Close it. I'm looking at the firing pin. Like, why isn't this thing going off? I'm blowing, and finally I see the word safe. I had somehow hit the safety. Kicked that off. You saw in the video I kicked it off, and the battery in the camera died just as I was pulling the trigger. So, I did not catch the shot on camera. You can see the buck just standing there staring at me in that video. That's what happened there. Little 5-pointer. Check that out. We got it done. Now for the drag out of here. Whew. This beaver can kiss my fucking ass. Not only can I not get my truck over here, I'm now gonna drag around the beaver dam. This guy in tow. Some higher power decided that this buck was meant to be mine. I was meant to shoot that buck. I was hoping for something bigger, but after tracking him through all that thick stuff all day long and him backtracking over my own tracks, I had a little bit of a personal vendetta. And once I saw him, you know, buck fever set in. He looked way bigger than he actually was, although he's a decent buck. And then the whole barn show, him just staring at me as I struggle to get my rifle to fire. And he just stood there waiting for me. So by the time I figured out what was going on and I put one on him, I felt good about it. So good story. Definitely some lessons learned. But my first buck tracking in the Northwoods, I can't believe I pulled it off. But it's been a hell of a season. Can't wait to do an after action video on this buck and kind of what he put me through, and just kind of show on the maps what happened. But I just wanted to add some context to the video after that last part.